Today's video is dedicated to what is probably my proudest crochet design to date, the Tesserae Jumper. I thought I would start a little mini series where I go through each of my designs and talk about kind of like the concept, how I went from the idea to the finished piece, the whole process, and yeah, just a little bit to let you get to know the pieces that I design. I am doing this just a tiny bit backwards because technically today is a Thursday and this pattern doesn't release until tomorrow, but by the time you guys see this video, it will be live. I chose to talk about this design first in this mini series because I feel like it is the design that encapsulates Crochet by Jessie the most. It is what a lot of people know me for. So yeah, I feel like this was definitely a worthy start of this mini series. I'm Jessie of Crochet by Jessie, and let's get into today's video. It has been a journey and a half, this entire testing process, which was 8 weeks for the actual testing. Then it was finalising up the pattern, obviously choosing the testers as well, and just finishing the design, advertising it, a little bit of everything. So this release has been months in the making, and it feels kind of surreal that it is nearly here for me, but already here for you by the time you guys see this. It's really, really exciting. I've had so many people ask about this pattern over the last few months, and being able to finally share it with you is just so exciting. So I thought now would be a really good time just to give you guys a little bit of background behind the Tesserae Jumper, how it came to be, and all my inspiration, my ideas, the colours, just how everything came together to create a pattern that I'm so proud of. So as you know, the Tesserae Jumper is not my first pattern by any means, but it is my first jumper design. I'm using the actual pattern charts kind of layout that I did with the original Mosaic Crochet top that I first started when I was doing Mosaic Crochet wearables, and that is the Tesserae top. That was the first time that I ever really thought about doing Mosaic as wearables. Before then, I'd done one bag or two bags, I think, by that point, and then a bunch of blankets, and then just general swatches so people could make it into blankets or pillow covers, all that kind of stuff. I'd never gone into wearables. I found it daunting, and I just did not think it's something that I could very much translate how I was picturing it into a project. And I mean, looking in hindsight, I was very wrong, but yeah, I just wasn't sure how to do it. The Tesserae top gave me the confidence to do that, and since then I've been on a crazy designing whirlwind, which has obviously led us now to the Tesserae Jumper existing. What's really funny is all of my other designs I have named myself because I kind of found a flow and a feel and what I wanted my designs to be and what kind of route I was going with the names. But for the Tesserae top, I genuinely had no clue what I was going to name it. And I actually had both a follower and a really good friend say Tesserae, because Tesserae are the little pieces that are made to, well, that go together to make a mosaic. So I thought it was extremely fitting. I absolutely love the name. I thought it sounded beautiful and obviously extremely relevant to a Mosaic Crochet wearable. So that is how the Tesserae top got its name. And then that in turn is how the Tesserae Jumper got its name as well. The reason I wanted to branch out with jumpers is because I just want my designs to be as accessible as possible. And I'm very aware that I love my tops, but not everyone is going to want to wear tops like that. I feel like it's so understandable based on your age or your confidence, or just there are so many different factors. So I wanted to be able to make a design that I felt anyone could wear. And what's been really exciting as well is having male pattern testers, knowing that it's more of a gender neutral pattern, that anyone can wear it, anyone can style it, and it's just that nice oversized fit. Or if you want it to be a tighter fit, you can do that. There's so much flexibility to it, but I just wanted a pattern that I felt like everyone could work on. This became increasingly clear to me, especially on YouTube, where I've shown some of my designs out there, and I've had people say that they were absolutely beautiful, but they just were not going to be wearing them because they were middle-aged and not comfortable with wearing something like that, but still wanted to wear something that was Mosaic Crochet and as pretty as the actual patterns I was creating. So all of these different thoughts kind of went into the one idea of, okay, I need to make a piece that I feel like is perfect for everyone. So that's why I went down the route of a jumper. The construction was an interesting one because obviously I've gone for not basic by any means, but obviously the construction of a top is going to be easier than the construction of a jumper. There are so much more components when it comes to the jumper. So kind of nailing that, getting everything smooth and accurate and just how I wanted it to look more importantly. That in itself took a little while, but I was already enjoying using the Tesserae pattern and giving it this new version, this new leash on life by incorporating it into such a different kind of overall layout with the jumper. What was really fun as well is the fact that I have had so many people ask me about what colors I used. It was the first design where I have had people ask me for the exact colorway, and I did not realize that people would want to know something like that. So it did catch me off guard initially, but it is the best feeling because it just shows that people really enjoy how I've done the jumper in every single way, not just the pattern, but like every color that I've chosen as well. I will say I have had a lot of people ask me how I do it and how I choose my color palettes, and honestly, I know this isn't the answer people will want, but it's genuinely just grabbing a bunch of colours and I think, yeah, they'll probably look nice together, or they'll pop out quite nicely, and just winging it. And it's definitely something that has come to me this year, being able to do that. I think I've always been not too bad with choosing colour palettes, but I think I just took away, I grabbed the box, I went outside it, and then I threw the box away this year because I used to be very rigid with what kind of colour palettes that I would work with. I wouldn't really cross over too much. Like, I'd choose one colour and then just go through like an array of shades. And I have done that for some of my designs still, but not all of them by any means, especially the Tesserae Jumper. And I think that's probably what made people kind of drawn to it. It's a lot of colours that probably don't, well, when you look at them not in a piece, they don't look like they would go together, but then when they're actually translated in the jumper, they do look really good. And that was me just winging it and hoping it would work out and not realizing how obsessed I was going to end up being with it in the end. So I'm extremely pleased with that. But I have got a post on my Instagram. It's from a little while ago, so you will need to scroll down. But if you guys want to do the same kind of colours, I've got a breakdown of all of the colours. Obviously, the quantity needed will vary. The pattern is going to have a rough size guide, well, a rough yarn per size guide. The thing is, because it's made to measure, everyone is so different. Everyone's personal preference when it comes to how they want it to fit, how long they want it to be, how short they want it to be. There are so many different aspects of just how they want it to suit themselves that is going to affect yarn use. So I have kind of like a broad estimate of roughly how much yarn you want to use for the jumper. Obviously, if you want a longer, slightly more oversized version, then you're going to go towards the higher end of yarn needed. And then from there, you can kind of choose how much of each color you want if you want to do the same colorways as me. But honestly, I feel like with this kind of design, it's really fun to just go a little bit out there yourself and try and use a color combo that maybe you thought was a little bit too different for you, because I feel like it will translate very well in a pattern like this. I've also had people ask me how many colors I would recommend using, and my go-to answer so far has been 8 or more, purely because I feel like a design like this, the more colors you have, it really suits this design. I feel other patterns, maybe it could be a bit too loud, but because of how it's mosaic and there are all these different designs and patterns and repeats going through, you can get away with more colors. So if you want a piece, which could still be fairly neutral, you could do loads of different shades of browns with some creams, and then it would still be beautiful, not too crazy, but loads of different colors. There's so much you can do. I've had people say they want to make gothic theme ones, which I am so excited to see, by the way. That will be genuinely amazing. And yeah, I've had people say they want to do Christmas ones, for example. I've had a comment on here with someone saying that. It's really great because it shows how versatile it can be. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to put some photos up here of all of my amazing testers. I still have more to come because I still got some people in the final stages, but I feel like just these photos alone illustrate just what you can do. There is endless possibilities, and I feel like you could make several Tesserae jumpers, but each one is going to have such a different vibe based off of the color palette alone, which for me, I really wanted a design that could do that. I will make sure to have the pattern linked in the description below. It will be on Etsy, Ravelry and Ribbler. I will always say, be aware, because Etsy will be a little bit more expensive just because the fees are kind of crazy. But yeah, it will be available on all of those platforms. If you guys have any questions relating to the Tesserae Jumper at all, then do let me know in the comments below. I would be very, very happy to talk about it because yeah, this design is like my child at this point. I'm so obsessed with it and so proud of it. So of course I would be really happy to talk about it as well. Ironically, the feature I think I am probably most proud of with this jumper is how thin the material actually is for it. I know that's probably a very random thing to say, but I have had so many people say, oh, this must weigh an absolute ton. This must be a really, really heavy piece. That's kind of off-putting for me. And this couldn't be further from the truth, to be honest. I made sure to use like extremely thin cotton. Goodness, it is like weight one, super fine. I use Hobby's Friends cotton. I use it for basically all of my designs because I've absolutely fallen in love with it. And the result you get is an extremely lightweight, given the fact that it's crochet jumper, which does not weigh much in the slightest. It's really comfortable, it keeps you warm, but it's not a really, really thick piece overall. So if you want to wear it during winter time, wear something underneath it, like another very like a long sleeve top or something like that, and then that will keep you warm. The reason I ended up wanting yarn this thin to work on a jumper like this is, one, I wanted to make sure it wasn't too heavy, and two, which was more important for me at the time, is I wanted a piece that would drape very nicely. And I just feel like sometimes with thicker yarn, you end up getting quite a boxy feel, and that is not what I wanted for this design. I know sometimes it suits it really well for certain pieces, but it just wasn't what I was picturing for the Tesserae jumper. So when I saw how nicely a lot of the tops were draping and I just fell in love using this cotton, I thought it would be perfect for a jumper because you're going to be able to, one, incorporate loads of colours. It will look extremely intricate. It will be just really usable in day-to-day life. Two, the weight of it is way less. And then three, the drape is beautiful. I'm so happy with the drape with this. I really wanted a jumper that was kind of like the crochet version of knitted colour work because I cannot knit to save my life. It is one of my missions that I will do some point in life. I will knit an entire jumper and I'll be proud of it and I'll do a great job. But in the meantime, for all of us who want to do that but cannot currently knit to save our lives, this is the crochet equivalent of a colourwork jumper because you can get so much detail in this. Yes, I'm using a 3.5mm. I really had a moment there. Yes, I'm using a 3.5mm crochet hook. I said it that time, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, it means you have to do more stitches to get the piece larger because you're using a small hook and very thin yarn. But it's worth it because you've got results like this. And yeah, I will always preach that I love having intricate pieces. I am probably one of the most impatient people when it comes to life. But I have so many people say, oh, you must be so patient. No, I'm really not. I just find this extremely satisfying. So I'm able to kind of overlook my sheer impatience because of how much I'm falling in love with the piece as I'm making it, which is a very good sign. So if you're like me and you're typically quite impatient with larger projects, maybe Mosaic Crochet will steal your heart as it has for me because it's made it a lot more manageable for me to do larger projects as well. This may be the pattern that I'm featuring in today's video, but do keep an eye out because I have a lot of designs that I'm extremely proud of and lots that are pending, which you guys wouldn't have fully seen yet. So yeah, I feel like it's a good time just to spotlight each pattern, to give it that time to shine, to make you guys more aware of it as well. All of my designs are made to measure. I have such an amazing array of testers. You'll see that on all of the listings for my active patterns. I've got a lovely mix of really amazing people that have all brought these patterns to life in their own version, and it's just so exciting to see. And talking about seeing really exciting versions, if you guys end up getting one of my designs, making your own version, post it on social media, tag me, let me know, send the photos to me directly. It is genuinely the best feeling to see your take on one of my designs. I've had a lot of people do it, and genuinely the smile it brings to my face to get a notification, to see the post pop up on my feed, it's such a cool feeling. And I'm still in disbelief literally every day that there are people out there working on my designs and enjoying them and wearing them on their birthdays, because that is so cool. If you guys have gotten to this stage of the video, then please comment below which of my designs you think you'd be most likely to do and what colours do you think you would use for it as well. Who knows, maybe you guys will give me some inspiration for a colour palette to do for another design, because yeah, that would be very fun. I'm always willing for advice and help and ideas with colour palettes because there is only so much my brain can handle, to be honest. I'm not sure which next pattern I'm going to be featuring for my next spotlight video. However, I love all of them so much. So look forward to it regardless of which one it's going to be. If you guys haven't already, then please press subscribe as well as the bell to be notified when my next video is up. You don't want to miss out on another little spotlight video like this, especially with some of the designs that I'm currently working on. They are a while away, I will admit. However, you're going to love them and I don't want you to miss out on them either. With all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!